Are you a teacher in Ghana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Nigeria, Hong Kong, India? Am I leaving out any other one? Ukraine and Jamaica. UK is looking for you. If you are interested, stick around to the end of this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with every teacher you know. Alright everyone, so the UK has introduced a scheme or about to introduce a scheme called a fairer path to QTS. QTS is qualified teacher status, and it's their professional qualification, the least qualification you should have to be able to teach in the UK. Prior to this time, teachers outside a certain group of countries could not get that QTS, but they introduced something called iQTS, which is international QTS, basically qualified teacher status, where you can go through the assessment only route, where you are working in a school. They have very stringent qualifications. You are working in a school, you have been working for a certain amount of years, you've had to work with children from all age groups, you pay some serious money. I would say serious money because I know how much teachers are earning. I think the last time I checked, it was going to 2 million. Some colleagues of mine and myself were trying to really find out about it. And then you get assessed from the UK. I think it's a 12-month program. Then you get your iQTS. A few, very, very few colleagues I know have, gone to the UK through this route. However, it's very, very it's painstaking. It's a painstaking process. But now they've introduced a fairer route to a fairer path rather to QTS, and they have selected only a handful of countries that can participate in this. And I've already mentioned the countries. I'll just go over it again. I hope I don't miss anyone. There is Nigeria, there's Ghana, there's South Africa, there's Zimbabwe, there's India, there's Jamaica, there's Hong Kong. And of course, there is Ukraine. So for these select countries, they have reduced the stringency of the requirements. And I'm going to get to the requirements in a bit. These are the requirements if you want to apply for this come February. Please kindly note that they are still working on the criteria, right? Portal is not open, nothing is open, and nothing is set in stone. Yes, they're just saying come February 1, some things might still be adjusted. Just, keep your ears to the ground, and they'll fine-tune the whole process. I'll tell you some of the things they ask for that even they themselves know that it's hard to provide. So let's start from the first thing. If you did not study education in the university, you need a bachelor's degree that is equivalent to a bachelor's degree in the UK. That means your bachelor's degree will need to be your bachelor degree needs to be vetted by the UK ENIC to ensure that it's equivalent to their own bachelor's degree over there. Now, if you studied in a federal university, a reputable accredited state university, I do not think you have any problem. If you are not sure whether your university stands very strong, you definitely need to reach out to the UK ENIC to see if your bachelor's degree is equivalent to their own bachelor's degree over there. That's for non-education students. Also, for non-education students, after your first degree, you now need to have either an additional education bachelor's degree or a PGCE, postgraduate certificate in education, which is what they call theirs. We call ours over here PGD. So if you have PGD or PGCE in education, then you're good to go. That's for non-education students. For people who studied education, now here's the tricky path. So definitely, if you did NCE, you have to do direct entry into university to obtain your bachelor's. Yes, that's definitely what's going to happen. NCE cannot apply. So it's BEd or bachelor's in another field with a PGCE or PGD in education. Now let's go to criteria number 2. Now for criteria number 2, you have to have a course or more, one or more courses that focuses on practical and pedagogical education. So that means that you have learned the methods of teaching, and then you have practiced the methods of teaching or, practical education. So I would say if you actually did study bachelor's of education in Nigeria, if you have a BEd from Nigeria or a PGCE or PGD, you should have a course that focuses on teaching. For education students, look for the course code for your micro teaching. I know Unilag we did micro teaching, and then course code for your teaching practice. Those two courses cover practical and pedagogical education. All right. Now, number 3, you need to prove English proficiency. Here we go again with proving English proficiency. However, a lot of Nigerian students don't know that you actually do not need to take an English proficiency test. So long as the medium of instruction, that is, you were taught in English language in your university. If the medium of instruction was English language, you do not need to take an English proficiency test. You need to go to your school and get a letter that attests to the fact that the method of instruction for that degree that you received was English language. All right, let's go to criterion number 4. All right, back with criterion number 4. You must be certified by the professional body that certifies teachers in your country. I don't know what it is for Ghana, Zimbabwe, and the other countries that I mentioned, but for Nigeria, you must have your TRCN. So if you don't have your TRCN, go and get your TRCN now. However, there's a tricky caveat to that. If you don't have your TRCN and you're just getting your TRCN now, they need at least 1 year of professional work post-certification. So after the time you received your TRCN, you must have worked for at least 1 year. So if you're just getting your TRCN, you need to do that ASAP and, start working on, continuing building that 1 year of professional work after getting your TRCN. Last and final qualification. This is when I told you that even they themselves said they are not sure, because people always have a problem proving this. They want to see English, math and science results for your O levels. And they need to know that result is equivalent to a grade 4 of GCSE. Again, that will be, verified by the UK ENIC, but they found out in times past, they wrote it there themselves, that they found out in times past that it's very hard for them to prove this, or for people to be able to, go through this process and supply these results to them, because it actually is a lot. So that's why I said they're still updating the information. They're not taking applications yet. Just wait till February. We'll continue to update you on everything that you need. In the meantime, some things that you can start to do if you don't have, you can start to get your certificates. If you've not picked up your certificates, some people have not picked up their certificates, you should start to get your certificates. You should start to talk to people in your university and try to establish connections for transcripts. That can take a long time. Try establishing connections for the MOI, method of instruction letter. Know who to talk to, who you'll be requesting it from, for when you are ready to apply. If you've not gotten your TRCN, go and get your TRCN. Go and dust your course form. Look for the courses that are focused on practical and pedagogical education. These are the things that you can start doing right away. Also, if you are interested in actually taking this step to work in the UK and relocate to the UK as a teacher in this 2023, you can send us an email at oncarconsult@gmail.com, where to answer all your questions, walk you through this process, and ensure that it's hassle-free for you. All right, stay tuned. Share this video to every teacher you know. More educational content on this channel. Remember to subscribe. Thank you.